March 16, 2000, in this quiet corner of Kanungu District, tragedy struck when more than 700 followers of the movement for the restoration of the 10 Commandments of God were locked inside a church and set ablaze. The massacre shocked Uganda and the world. 25 years later, this is what remains of the site in Katate Cell, abandoned, overgrown into a forest, home to cats, rats and ruins. Roads no longer exist, bridges are broken, and only one wall of the cult leader Joseph Kibwetere's office still stands. The very place which was an office for Joseph Kibwetere, the cult leader, and it is said that in this very place, people would come here seeking for permission to go back to their homes, see their relatives, or else be given back part of the property or the property they sold to come here. We are not being attended to, but rather they are being killed in this very place and dropped down in this deep pit which is on my left and on my right. There is also a deep pit. Their bodies would be dropped here, and it is alleged that many people had been murdered even before the cult, and their bodies were dropped in these very pits. Some leaders argue the site should be preserved as both a lesson and a source of revenue through tourism.
Now, if the monument is put there, it will be one as a learning center. People will visit it, and then they will learn their history of what could have happened. Two, it could help in raising, that is on the economic side of the district, raising funds. Because if you go there, you might contribute some fee. Even tourists can come and they hear of Nyabugoto, they don't know what took place there. They might go there and see what took place, where people died, and that will raise some money for the district.
Southern, when people just came in Kanungu and following up a new religion that they had come up, led by Kibwetere, and they were so hopeful that they were going to heaven. But eventually all that was vanished, and as hopes of going to heaven were lost, Kibwetere thought of finishing off their lives. And this should be a lesson to the people of Kanungu, to always be mindful of what is coming in, not to simply join before they see the steps next, because this one led to disaster, a total disaster to the people of Kanungu.
I think it was in 2000. Nitekateka kutwaje promoting kawa tourism site. Nicisha kwedesa abanya Kanungu because norachikatwara abantu binji kandi nitekateka ngo kujikora tourism site. Abantu kuba ni bija kuba nibongera kushobora abantu cyabireho because norachikaretwa na munongo mu region.
District Chairman Sam Arinitwe Kajojo says efforts are underway to engage the Ministry of Tourism and Uganda Wildlife Authority.
Our engagement with the UA and the Ministry of Tourism, they had told us they are setting aside a budget to repurchase the land from the landowner so that it can be developed. And also, we as the district of government, of course, we have picked this in our district development plans so that it should be part of the activities we can source to co-finance together with tourism to ensure that this site is preserved.
Right Reverend Dan Zoreka, the Bishop of Chinchizi Diocese, also see the tragedy as a lesson.
History is very, very important. I think since the year 2000 to date, now we can see that 25 years have elapsed since that incident happened. Now the district of Kanungu coming up with the idea of developing that site where the Infernal took place is very critical. One, to teach the coming generation of what happened so that there is no repeat of the same. Secondly, as far as history is concerned, this is going to be a tourism site. Religiously, all religious denominations need to learn lessons because this was a cult and the leaders actually defamed the people and led to their destruction. So it is going to teach people to be conscious of how they join different faith groups So I want to say this should have been done yesterday.
Kanungu woman member of parliament, Patience Chinshabankunda, suggests that a museum could serve as a proper learning space for visitors.
Put like a museum or anything, so many people will always come back to look at that history, learn about that history, many generations to come, that it will be even a source of income to our district, and even those people who lost their loved ones, the grandchildren, the grandchildren, the children, and the relatives, and many people who want to come and put like a leaf, who want to come and pay their tribute, or their wreath. People will always come to this district to know about who Kibwetere was.
But while leaders debate the future of the site, the past still haunts the community. 25 years on, no one has ever been prosecuted for the massacre, and the cult leaders remain missing. The Kanungu cult site remains a tragedy Uganda has never forgotten. The question now, will this history finally be preserved for future generations? Jacob Nwamanya, reporting from Kanungu District.